So you and I as filmmakers, we don't usually have all the time that we would like to set up our cameras and our lights and really get down and practice our filmmaking. However, it's very important to be able to get better even when we're not doing it physically. And so I've been doing these little mental exercises, if you want to call it, throughout the years, and I've seen a lot of improvement when I do actually go to shoot on set or just when I'm shooting a project. Now, I personally find these exercises really helpful because it really requires nothing. No gear and no time extra than whatever you're doing, right? It's all just mental exercises, but it actually shows results. However, in order for me to show you these exercises, I'm gonna have to break down filmmaking into these three generalized groups: lighting, composition, and storytelling. So let's jump in right to lighting. Now, like I mentioned before, it's very time consuming to set up all your lights and your gear and try different lighting setups. It's very important that we do it, but time is not always available to do so. And so my solution for that is to light whatever space that I'm in. And so if I'm just like sitting in this room right here, or I'm at work or in a car, outside, it doesn't matter where it is. If I just find myself with some free mental time, I just think about, if I was shooting a scene here, how would I light it? I would think about different looks and different scenes and scenarios. I would also think about the different physical obstacles that this location might offer. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to help you understand how spaces might present certain obstacles. So you start to develop this understanding of, like, this lighting setup will be awesome for this space. This lighting setup might not work here for this reason, X, Y, and Z. So that's a major benefit from doing this. Another benefit is that you have these like go-to lighting setups that you at least can try. So when you do set up your gear, you're like, okay, I thought about this and I want to see how it looks like. And then you start to make these adjustments from there instead of just starting from scratch with gear, which can get sometimes frustrating. And it's going to make you make decisions faster, which is really important when you're on a set and you have a whole crew and everybody is waiting on you as a DP to make these like judgment calls for lighting. Now, it's not going to make you perfect on set, but it's going to give you a starting point. And it's going to give you more confidence to make these decisions because you've thought about these scenarios through and through. You've thought about how you would solve some issues that might come up. And another thing about lighting is to make sure you notice and you observe how light behaves naturally. How normal sunlight looks like if it's coming through a room, how room tone looks, like natural looking light, because it's very important when you're lighting to not notice that your scene is lit. That's what makes good lighting, is when you don't notice it. And so understanding how natural light behaves will help you develop this eye to create and light spaces naturally. Now let's hop over to composition. So very early on in your filmmaking career, you're going to learn most, if not all, of the composition rules. All about the lower thirds and leading lines and things that other people have tried out and we know it works. You've seen it in movies, you've seen it with other filmmakers. However, it's very important to be able to develop your own style and to be able to offer unique and different perspective to the audience when it works in the story. And so a good way to practice that, I found, when it's not on set and it's not, a critical decision to make, is when I'm just running errands or doing day-to-day things. I would just think about whatever it is I'm doing, like let's say I'm shopping. I would think about it as if it was a scene in a movie that I'm shooting, and how would I cover it? So I would think about all the different camera angles that I might try, and I would think about unique perspectives that I can offer the audience with my camera. And sometimes it will be breaking all the rules, some rules, and if you try it out in real life, it's not going to work. But some of these things will come through and there'll be this nice touch of different perspective, and it adds a lot to your projects and to your personal style. So let's finish it off with the last thing, which is storytelling. Now, stories come from humans and their interactions with each other, how they perceive emotion, all that good stuff. And so I've been finding it really helpful to step back when I'm in public or when I'm with my friends and just to observe how humans interact with each other, see how they show emotion. It's really helped to direct talent, to understand storytelling a little bit better and how to drive emotion. It's also helped my intuition if I'm doing candid stuff. If you're doing documentaries or weddings, it's really helped my intuition to almost predict when these candid moments or these emotional moments are going to happen. It just makes it easier to capture and not miss. And now to you, it might seem like this little thing that isn't going to make a difference, but over the years, I personally have seen a lot of value and benefit from doing it. Thank you so much for watching, and like always, I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.